Your dream cruise can turn into a
Huh?
nightmare, all because of one room number. Studies show that 68% of first-time cruisers regret their cabin choice, and for seniors, that mistake costs more than money. The wrong location means sleepless nights from engine noise, exhausting walks to dining rooms, or constant seasickness from hull movement. A cruise industry survey found that cabin complaints are the #1 reason passengers rate their trip poorly. Yet most people book blindly, thinking a balcony is a balcony. It's not. Today, we're decoding the deck plan secrets cruise lines don't advertise, showing you exactly how to find the quietest, most stable cabins on any ship, and the specific room numbers you must avoid at all costs. By the end, you'll know how to turn that deck map into your personal cheat sheet for the perfect cruise. The golden rule for a peaceful cruise is the sandwich technique. This means ensuring you have guest cabins directly above you and guest cabins directly below you. Many seniors mistakenly book a high-deck balcony thinking it's more premium, only to realize they are directly underneath the Lido deck. This leads to the 5 a.m. chair drag, the sound of crew members sliding heavy metal sun loungers across the deck right above your pillow. By sandwiching yourself between other sleeping passengers, you create a buffer zone that protects you from the noise of the real world. Quality sleep is non-negotiable on a cruise. If you are a light sleeper, being sandwiched is the only way to guarantee you won't be woken up by the bass of a nightclub or the clattering of a 24-hour galley kitchen. But silence isn't the only factor. What about the physical ride of the ship? If you're worried about seasickness, imagine the ship as a giant teeter-totter. The front, called the bow, and the back, known as the aft, move the most as the ship rocks up and down. The equilibrium point is midship on a lower deck. This is the most stable part of the vessel because it is closest to the ship's center of gravity. While high-deck suites offer great views, they also act like a pendulum. The higher you go, the more you'll feel every roll of the waves. For those with vertigo or balance concerns, a midship lower-deck cabin isn't just about avoiding nausea. It's about safety. A stable cabin makes moving around your room easier and reduces the risk of stumbles during rougher nights at sea. Even if the room is stable, it won't matter if you have to walk half a mile just to get a cup of coffee. There is a fine line between convenience and chaos when it comes to elevators. For seniors with limited mobility, being near the elevator bank is a lifesaver, as cruise ships can be over 1,000 feet long. However, you should avoid cabins that are directly across from the elevator lobby. These areas are high-traffic zones where passengers congregate, talk loudly, and wait for the ding of the lift at all hours of the night. The sweet spot is 5 to 10 cabins away from the elevator. This gives you a short, flat walk to the main decks, but keeps you far enough away from the hallway chatter and elevator ding noise. Beyond the location, some cabins have hidden flaws you won't see in the brochure photos. Before continuing, a heartfelt thank you to Pamoja Safaris for their incredible support. Their expertise in creating unforgettable safari experiences across Africa has been truly remarkable, and those seeking adventure beyond the seas will find exceptional care and authentic experiences with their team. Cruise lines often discount ocean view or balcony cabins because they have an obstructed view. For a senior who plans to spend their morning sipping coffee while watching the horizon, this can be a disaster. Obstructed often means a massive orange lifeboat is hanging right outside your window, blocking 80% of the light and 100% of the view. Worse yet, some balconies are overlooked, meaning passengers on higher decks or public promenades can look directly down into your private space. Privacy and natural light are key for a relaxing environment. Always Google your specific cabin number plus the ship name, or search for it on cruisecritic.com before booking. Many veteran cruisers post photos of these obstructed views so you can see exactly what you're buying. Finally, let's talk about a cabin type that sounds like a deal but can feel like a trap. Interior cabins are the ultimate budget saver, but they come with a catch: total darkness. Without a window, your body's internal clock can get confused, leading to oversleeping or ship fog. If you choose an interior to save money, look for ships with virtual balconies, high-definition floor-to-ceiling screens that show a live feed of the ocean. It provides the psychological window you need without the balcony price tag. For those who feel claustrophobic or suffer from seasonal affect disorder, a standard interior cabin can be stifling. If you must go interior, ensure the ship has virtual tech or keep the TV tuned to the bridge cam to maintain a sense of the time of day. Your cabin is your sanctuary. By using the sandwich rule, prioritizing midship stability, and avoiding the Lido deck drag, you ensure your room is a place of rest, not a source of stress. Don't let the cruise line pick your room for you. Take control of the deck plan and book with confidence. Found this guide helpful? Subscribe for more senior-focused travel hacks.